Hi, it's KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Mary Jane Knight, singer and actress who has released a new album that we're going to talk about in just a minute, or I should say is about to release a new album. But first off, we last saw you when you portrayed Ruth Bader Ginsburg in the musical Scalia Ginsburg at Riverside Theater, which was an excellent time. But in and around that and all your other activities, you're a classically trained singer. We should mention that as well at the top. You've been working on an album called Rising Hope, A Journey of Healing. Let's start with, talk to me about your career as a singer, first of all.
Yes.
Because like I said, I know you from the one show that I know about. But tell me a little bit about your background.
Sure. I have a bachelor's in music ed from Simpson College here in Indianola, Iowa. And I've done some school teaching when I was first out of college. And then I went and got my master's in vocal performance at the University of Nebraska in Lincoln. And since then, I have been performing classically in operas and sometimes in musical theater. And I've done a lot of work also in church music. Which is, this project has been bringing me to that healing journey. You
said that you've been working on this for about 3 years. What was the genesis of this project?
Yeah. Like I said, I've also been teaching voice besides choirs for my entire career, about 25 years. And when there's something magical that happens when someone that feels like maybe they don't have a voice or they feel very unsure about their voice come into my studio, and in one session I can say, yes, you have a voice. And we work and we start to unleash that voice, and it is magical. It itself is healing, and that power just keeps resonating and coming back to me and has been the focus of my whole life. So that combined with my absolute love of performing and of beautiful music and its power to convey emotion is how I started this project through my own difficulties in my life, going through my own healing journey. I really wanted to perform, but I wanted to make a difference and help people. And I knew that these things could be combined somehow. So I was thinking about music therapy, but that didn't quite have enough of the performance aspect of it. And so Abby, the head of the music therapy department at the University of Iowa, I had coffee with her once, and she said, I'd made this one mantra, I am healing. And I put it on my website, and she said, this is great. You should just do a whole album of your healing journey, of music of your healing journey. And I said, okay. I had it in my mind anyway, but she really solidified, I could do that. And so that's where it started.
It's hard to describe music without listening to it, but as best you can. So you said you recorded a mantra.
Yeah, that's how it started. It just, when I was in a really trying to figure out life and figure out where to go, and I was really disillusioned. I was at home, I just was laying in the sun on my couch, and this mantra just came to me. I'm healing, I'm wholeness, I'm light, I'm love. And I took it to my wonderful Prairie Woods meditation group that I meet with about once a month. Wonderful people at Prairie Woods Franciscan Spirituality Center.
Yep, they're guests on the show often. So Leslie comes in and talks about programming there often. Yes.
Oh, I love it.
What a wonderful, peaceful place.
Oh, peaceful. And I have to say, it was founded by 6 women. And for me, being able to go there and feel divine energy that isn't necessarily only masculine. It has that fullness of expression, and they also accept all kinds of spiritualities and are just such a wonderful place. So Anne and Nancy there at the Franciscan Spirituality Center have been a real mentors for me in this project. And so through that process, I took that mantra to my group and I sang it for them, and they were like, wow. And it became our theme song. So every month when we meet, then we'll sing this song. And they had been encouraging me, Anne and Nancy, and they've sent me some various recordings. And I thought, well, I can do this. But I would say that when you're a classical musician, there is a composer kind of aura that one's supposed to have in order to be able to compose, unlike a singer-songwriter. So in my world, I thought, I'm not a composer. I'm a wonderful pianist and a singer-teacher, but I didn't think I could compose. But then I realized that it didn't have to be difficult and that simple can actually be very powerful. So this music, although not all mantras, there's about 4 mantras that are very repetitive, and they talk about the worth of ourselves. I am worthy. I'm healing. There's another one. Then there's I have a voice. And then there's even one that is very much in the music therapy realm of how to feel and then release our grief. And so I even have kind of a mantra about grief. But then the other 6 songs are more of a full songs that I wrote the words and all the music to it. And I would say it's acoustic in nature. It's mostly my voice and piano. And then I have a wonderful friend, Joel Wilcox, who's a fabulous guitar player. And at first I was going to try to play the guitar myself. And I'm just a functional, simple guitar player. And I had coffee with Joel Wilcox one morning. And I was like, Joel, do you want to come over and record with me? He said, sure. So some of the tracks and the mantras especially are just voice and guitar, just very stripped down. And then I also used my synthesizer and my keyboard to add some strings to some of the others. And when I even got adventurous and added some rhythm with MIDI. So
you're going to do an album release event on March 23rd at Riverside Theater. Yes. Will you perform some of the music?
Yes. So what I'm going to plan on doing is I'm going to sing every song on the album live. And my guitarist, Joel, is going to join me. And a few of the tracks, I'm going to even pull my stems from my recording. And so then we'll have that kind of full experience. But it's also going to feel very intimate, because I'm going to share some of the background of how I came up with each song. And right now, the theater is also set from the last 2 productions in the kind of semi-round. So people will be able to it'll feel very intimate. And I'm really excited to share my music with the world for the first time with the people that have supported me.
But we've swept up the dirt from Native Gardens, I assume. So.
Yes, I don't think there'll be any grass left.
There won't be any soil.
No.
So this is coming up March 23rd, which is Sunday, 2 p.m., yes? Mm-hmm. And you'll have copies of the album for sale?
I sure will. I will have some CDs, and the vinyl is still being made, so that'll be for pre-order, available there. And also, it will be live on all streaming
Dropping on all the streaming platforms, too.
That day. But the artwork's cool on the CD and vinyl, so you may want to just get it for the artwork or to support me.
Rising Free, A Journey of Healing, is dropping on all streaming platforms on the 23rd of March, but you can also hear it live at Riverside Theater, 2 p.m. Ticket price?
$30.
Okay. Excellent. And if people want to find out more about your music, obviously they can listen on the streaming platforms, but you have a website, and what's your social media?
Yeah, so you can go to maryjaneknight.com, and then my handles for social media is Mary Jane Knight Music. And you can friend me on Facebook or find me on Instagram. And also I'll be dropping 2 music videos on YouTube here in the next month with my release, made by Ian Bennett, who is in Iowa City. And he's a wonderful videographer there.
Excellent. Good luck with the release of the album. It's always fun to do a project all by yourself and then to release it and put it out there in the world and see how people react to it. So congratulations and good luck.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You can hear The Culture Crawl live on the radio most weekdays at 10:30, on demand at kcck.org/culture, or subscribe using your favorite podcast player. Watch our videos on the KCCK Facebook and YouTube channels. Our producer is Lydia Kilgore. The Culture Crawl theme is composed by Vivian Shanley. I'm Dennis Green, and I'll talk to you later.